Well, hello again. It's been a minute. I've had some schedule changes come up and haven't been able to walk anywhere beautiful or really drive anywhere. It's just been too late to bother. So I haven't been. But I wanted to update the YouTube as it is. As you can see, I'm back in the Crown Victor. I don't know if I was not in the Crown Victor the last time I did this. I might have been, but now I have acceleration because I got a throttle body sensor. Well, the whole throttle body was replaced, and that seems to have mostly fixed the transmission problem I've had. Other than I think I'm a bit light on the pedal sometimes when I go to accelerate, so it doesn't want to it doesn't really know what to do. But it's way better than what it had been, and it seems to have mostly gone away. The goddamn thing overheated a few weeks ago, so I had to get a new cooling fan put in. And while I actually correctly determined the problem, but I wanted to get the transmission thing looked at, so I just had my dude do them both. So there you have that. Got an interesting anecdote. I went to work the other day, last Friday to be specific, and there was probably about, well, we actually might see him right up here. I wonder if he's still asleep in his pile. Kind of looks that way. You see that pile off to the right? That's a person just having a nap. I think he's been sleeping since probably about 4 o'clock. He might be dead. No one knows. We're not going to find out. But anyway, that guy and about 4 other marginalized and economically disenfranchised and unhoused people were sleeping on the back patio of my job. And, well, up toward the corner. And, I mean, they were there all fucking day. And then I was coming back from a thing, walking back into the place, and wouldn't you know it, one of them took a nice big shit right there on the patio. Isn't that lovely? Well, being the responsible person that I am, I let it sit there the rest of the day, because most of the people who go in and out of this restaurant, they all vote for that kind of shit so they can step in it. So that's what I did. Just left it right there. So that was fun. The other update is I went ahead and pulled the trigger on a bunch of shit for the Ran van. So I got these, well, for one, I had some boring things. Like there's a special kind of nut you need to lower the spare tire that didn't come with the van. Should have came with the van, but it didn't come with the van. So I found that. Well, I bought that. And I bought a new antenna because the one I have is just too long, and the actual rubber, like the little rubber seal that it sits in, is all ate up. And every time I drive past like a bush that sticks out a little too far and it hits that, it makes that thing like rock back and forth, and it makes a terrible noise. So I bought a new antenna that's all stubby. It's real short. It's not like I listen to the radio anyway. And I bought a new rubber bezel for it. And then I also bought these LED strips that you could put on the door, like on the underside of the door. You just wire them to your courtesy lights that are in the door. So when you open it, they put a nice white light on the ground, and they're long enough so they run up the side of the inside of the door, and they flash like red and shit like that. It's kind of like a little safety thing. Because I've always had this like kind of weird terror that I'll open my door and not see someone coming. Which I could still do that, but at least at this point when I do it, those lights will come on and flash and do all kinds of shit. So that's cool. And I bought a new head unit that has a backup camera. It's just a Bluetooth head unit, but it's basically just a tablet that it wires into your car. But I wanted a backup camera because, well, I just did. I mean, it needs updating. And it has Bluetooth, which I've got like an FM transmitter that works really well. I thank you, Ryan himself, for recommending it, because it is the shit. But Bluetooth just has better audio over the FM transmitters. Well, this one's a Bluetooth FM transmitter, which is nice because I don't have to stick an auxiliary cord into the phone. But you still get you get some sound loss going from, Bluetooth to FM to being broadcast into your radio. So I just wanted to cut out the middleman. I'll probably still use it as a charger. Depends on how well the radio charging does. I could use the charger, like my current head unit, the one in my Crown Vic. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's got a USB port for phone charging too, or anything else, I guess. But I didn't want to. I'm using it for a different thing. I've got this little light set up to where I can see my ashtray, basically. And I enjoy that. And I'm going to and I bought some change cups for the van too, because one thing, oh hello, because the one thing, it's got a little cubby, like it's got like all kinds of cubby holes, but none of them are really good for change, strangely enough. Well, I mean, they hold the change just fine, but when you go to take it out and cash it in, it's a pain in the dick. So like right here, I've got it's a bit hefty. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it was probably like $70 worth of change in that. I have like a coffee can that's sitting inside a 2-liter rack from Pepsi that fits perfectly into that, and that's pretty much my makeshift like center console. It works really well because when I have to take 2 liters, I mean, I got a 2-liter holder right there. It's great fun. But I'm excited to put all that shit in there. The only thing I'm gonna have left to buy for that van is snow tires and maybe some like auxiliary lights. Like I kind of want one of those little Knight Rider scanners to put in it, which sounds really dumb because it's a fucking minivan, but once I got that put in, the only thing left to be do just random like cool shit. I've already got another set of rims for it, for the snow tires. That's really all I got to do to it, but I'm not gonna. This will be for this year coming up, because I mean I drive that in the winter mainly. And that'll be all I'm gonna do for that until I get to like phase 2 of working on this car. I wish I had a beautiful road to take you down, but I can't really think of one right now. No, I don't want to. I don't want to bother. I'm lazy, all right. I'm just kind of, and honestly, making videos and shit, it's cool. I like it, but unless I'm really like motivated to make one, I'm not making it a fucking job. You know, if I got time and I'm somewhere where it's like convenient to do it, fine. But otherwise, I just do it when I want to do it. Which is really, I think, a best way to look at it. I mean, what am I going to do? Try and get monetized just driving around talking about bullshit? And get some... Now, if I could like stream somewhere and do this, that'd be cool, but there's some inherent flaws in doing that I don't think I'd like. For one, I don't want random people popping up in that and then being like going through figuring out what car I'm in. It's not like they don't know what city I'm in, and you'd be able to figure that out pretty quick anyway. I mean, like, oh, there's this guy driving around drunk or something, you know, like putting all kinds of lies on me, causing me troubles that I don't need. Basically the automotive equivalent of swatting. That wouldn't be cool. A good example of the Ram van right there. I don't know if my center lights turn on like that. I'll have to check next time. I don't really know. Maybe the bulbs are burnt out. Shit. I finally got into some pad thai the other day. So the first one I had was beef pad thai. Quite enjoyed it, I have to say. Now, it was pad thai from a Chinese place. It was probably run by Cambodians, but however, whatever they're calling pad thai was quite delicious. So then Sunday, I went and got Chinese again. This was a few weeks ago when I first got it. So I got the house pad thai that's got like, it's like beef, pork, chicken, shrimp, and then pad thai noodles. And they give you a little thing of peanuts that are chopped. I have to say, that was quite good. The way they did, like, it's almost like they smoked pork because it's got the smoke ring around it, like it's barbecue. It's really fucking good. So that shit was great. I was very pleased with it. It was actually better than just the straight up beef pad thai because you got like different textures, which I need to eat more shrimp, to be honest with you. Because shrimp is good as fuck, and I like that like shrimpy kind of rubbery sort of texture that it's got, which I'm sure is not like good shrimp. Because I bet good shrimp is more flaky. But I live in Ohio. It's not like I'm pulling this shit out of the fucking ocean and throwing it on the barbecue. But in any case, I'm happy with it. It was very good. I tried some other things beforehand. They had gotten this one that was like a bunch of crispy noodles, and they basically give you like a quart of soup with it. I had to throw it in a big serving bowl and then pour the soupy shit on top of it for it to make sense as a meal. I don't know how otherwise you're supposed to eat it. That was really good. I haven't gotten it again because it's just kind of a pain in the ass to eat. I'm sure it's better in the at the restaurant. I also like the fact that a lot of the restaurants that I've eaten at, including this Chinese place, they're all saying now, like, well, that one is they're requiring masks for everyone, and they're doing the same thing at the Giant Eagle I just went to too. But what they're doing is just saying masks are required, and then not stopping you if you don't have one on, which I think is great, which is fine with me. Because I mean, I'm not going to wear one. And if you tell me I need to put one on, I'm just going to leave. So it's like they have the best of both worlds. They can sit there and be like, well, we're requiring them to all the people that really think they need them. And then the people who don't want to wear them, they just don't bother with them. So money's not walking out the door either way. Unless someone really raises a fucking bitch fit about it. But no one seems to have so far. Anyway, till next time.